بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي أما بعد. Thank you once again for joining in to watch our episodes about Allah's beautiful name titled Only If You Knew. I'd like to also thank our dear guests. If you can please introduce yourself.
My name is Adis, I'm from Bosnia.
I'm Hamdi, I'm from Bosnia.
Great.
My name is Ahmed, I'm from the USA.
My name is Ray from Indonesia.
May Allah subhanahu reward you for coming, and inshallah we're going to continue with Allah's beautiful name. Al-Wali. Great. Al-Wali. So now we're inshallah going to look into how can we get this wilayah, because we said there are different levels. Number one, al-zalim li nafsih. Allah given protection, but to a certain extent. Then al-muqtasid, 50-50. Then as-salaq al-khairat, those who go beyond the obligation, they do the sunnah and they avoid major sins. Whenever they do a minor sin, they seek Allah at-Tawwab, al-Ghafur, al-Rahman, al-Rahim as soon as possible to make sure they have a white and clean record. Now, one more thing as a review again, so you have to not forget about the services. Number one, لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. They will not get scared when people are scared, and they will not regret when others are regretting. Number two, Allah will give them nur, where? In this dunya and in the akhirah. You know as-sirat, when it becomes so dark in sirat, and that's where you need the light more than anything in the world. That nur, you can see because the sirat will be so thin, and the sirat is so huge, and we want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us light, and the light that you will be giving as according to your iman. Sah? And may Allah not make us amongst the hypocrites, because their light will be on and off. Surah Al-Baqarah, sah? They go, they stop. There's light, they move, they stop. But if you're amongst Allah, awliya, salihin, you will have light according to the much you have. And the Prophet ﷺ said that some people will pass as fast as what? As the wind. Some people will pass the sirat as fast as the people on a horse. Some people will pass on their stomachs. SubhanAllah. So there's levels. We ask Allah to make us like a blink over and done over the sirat. Sirat is over Jahannam. Jahannam, the fire of this dunya is one part. Jahannam is times 70. May Allah protect us from it. Ameen Rabbil Alameen. So inshallah we'll continue with this. And then number three, what was number three? So number one, لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. Number two, nur dunya and akhirah. Number three, remember, we told you, if you forget the point, remember the story. What was the story? Nuh alayhi salam, sah? So what's wrong with him? He was being humiliated by the people, disrespecting him, so Allah gave him victory. So He makes you victorious. Right? Look at Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu. I mentioned this example to show you that awliya illah salihin are not necessarily having the trait of having their dua accepted immediately. They're not necessarily those who have a big turban, big beard, and they can walk around and have people kiss their hands and feet and so on. Not necessarily. Umar al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, authentic hadith, he was standing on the minbar in front of a big group. He already sent some people outside the country to go fight for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Randomly, he was saying, now the people don't know what's going on. They saw randomly that Umar al-Khattab was saying what? Ya Sari al-Jabal, Ya Sari al-Jabal, Ya Sari al-Jabal. Sariya is with the army. What are you talking about, Ya Umar? Radiallahu anhu. He said that when the army came back, they were asked, what happened? He said, alhamdulillah, we were victorious. How? We heard like the sound of Umar in our ears, saying, go to the mountain. So we noticed the mountain. So we made the mountain for our backs, and we fought and we became victorious. So sometimes Allah gives you basira. This is karama. That sometimes you might see a person, and you know if they are people that you should hang out with or no. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you that basira. You see the different things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you. And again, the shape, there's a lot of misconception. Oh, he has to be this, he has to be that. No. A sister can have her Gucci pants, naam. She can have her Gucci pants, Fendi shoes, and wear a proper hijab outside the house when she goes with her friends in a way that Allah is pleased with, and she can be amongst awliya Allah salihin. The concept of being locked in the house, no one see, no stuff. La. The concept that he has to have a turban this big, and he has to have a chair this high, that's the only time you're a wali? Absolutely not. Wallahi, you can be a high school student who wears a Miami Heat jersey or so, and then you can be amongst awliya Allah salihin. So we need to clear up that misconception. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge me because I give a halaqah right now. Don't judge me. You only see me for 26 minutes, for a half an hour, and then I leave. You don't know how I treat my wife. You don't know how I treat my children. You don't know if I prayed Fajr today or not. صح? So you need to clear the misconception. خلاص? So know how to judge people. Imam al-Shafi'i says a beautiful statement. If you see people flying in the air, walking on water, don't trust them until you compare them to the Quran and Sunnah. أعرضوهم على القرآن والسنة. How do they the Quran and Sunnah? Wallahi, there's some faults. No way to be awliya salihin. Can awliya salihin go backbiting about people right and left? Backbiting is a major sin. They won't have the sabiq bil khairat. So something for you to understand, a misconception that we need to move away from each other. Khalas? Now, how can we be amongst the awliya? I'll mention a few points, and there's many, but please pay attention. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Hadith Qudusi, and I mentioned it in the beginning, perhaps in previous episodes, that the most beloved thing to Allah is what? To do the obligation acts. So when you do the obligatory acts, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will love the acts that you're doing. Then the other hadith, which continues, the second thing that you can do, is to go beyond the capacity of obligations. ما زال عبدي يتقرب إلي بالنوافل حتى أحبه. And my slave continued with nawafil until I love him. And when I love him, I become the sight which he sees with, the ears which he hears with, the hands which he touches things with, and the legs which he walks with. And if he make dua, I will accept it. And if he would seek refuge, I will give him refuge. That's number 2, is that sunnah acts. You want awliya salihin? Do sunnah before fajr. 2 sunnah before fajr. 4 before dhuhr. 2 after maghrib. 2 after isha. Don't forget duha prayers. Duha between fajr, between sunrise and dhuhr time. 20 minutes before dhuhr and few minutes after the ishraq, then you can pray duha. The duha prayers, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, for every mifsal, you have to have a charity. So we have so many mafasil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So many, right? As many mafasil as you have to make as much donation or charity through your day. Allahu Akbar. And if you want to do one act that takes all of the homework, pray duha. That's it. That's all you have to do. So duha, go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Never sleep without praying witr. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, or he used to never miss witr even if he was what? Traveling. So get to Allah closer and closer. If you sincerely want to be amongst those al-awliya al-salihin, you have to get closer and closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You need to humble yourself. Al-wali never ever is arrogant. Al-wali never says, I am awliya al-salihin, respect me. He would never do that. Never. The moment a person allows himself to say that, you know immediately he's far away from it. The moment he allows people to respect him, to degrade him as if he's Allah wal-'iyadu billah, you don't even look at that as a wali. Look at Yusuf alayhi salam. Yusuf is what? Al-Karim, Ibn al-Karim, Ibn al-Karim, Ibn al-Karim. He's a prophet. His father's a prophet. Grandfather's a prophet. Look at the lineage. And what did he say? أنت ولي في الدنيا والآخرة توفني مسلمة وألحقني بالصالحين. Oh Allah, make me die as a Muslim. You're worried, Yusuf. Naam, I am worried. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have hope and fear in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When, oh Allah, make me amongst the righteous. Yusuf alayhi salam is asking, make me among the righteous. Look how the humbleness, you humble yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah will honor you. Remember that thing we mentioned? That the more you humble yourself to Allah, humble, more and more and more, Allah will give you izzah, more wilayah, more protection, more victory. May Allah make us amongst those humble. And may Allah not make us those that are hypocritically humble. The hypocrites, they also act humble. Nah, everything is fine, but only Allah judges the heart. We have no right. No one is a heart doctor. Only Allah can judge the intentions. Why? Because where's the intention? An-niyya, mahalluha, al-qalb. And you open the hadith, Bukhari. What's the first hadith? إنما الأعمال بالنيات. But I'm just saying, some people, they will be hypocrites, but they show they're so humble. Just like Allah, well, you didn't have to do that. And in the heart, they're arrogant and so on. Take care and support people. You protect people. You give victory to people, and Allah will give you victory. You help people that are scared, and Allah will help you in moments where you're in need. Subhanallah. Look at Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anh. When he was the Khalifa, Umar al-Khattab noticed that every Friday Abu Bakr as-Siddiq leaves the masjid and he walks to a house, stays there for a few hours, and then leaves. Other Friday, he does the same thing, then leaves, but stays for a few hours. So he wants to know, what is Abu Bakr as-Siddiq doing? So Umar al-Khattab was waiting and sneaking and looked at the exact house, and he waited until Abu Bakr left. Knocked on the door. An old lady who's blind opened. And he said, who was that man that was just there? She said, I don't know. He's just a man that comes, cooks food for us, mops the floor. Khalifa, the ruler of the Muslims, mop the floor, cook the food for me and my children, and then he leaves. I don't know who is it. You see the humbleness? Don't forget that part. He didn't say, by the way, just before you leave, Yani, I know Bakr Siddiq, huh? Just remember. No, he didn't say that. Then he left. He protected the family, so Allah shall protect you, inshallah. See, so sponsor an orphan. You want action item? Sponsor an orphan. There are many, many organizations that allow you to sponsor orphans. For example, there's one that sponsors $30 per month, and the price is according to the country it's at. Go. You know what? Help a channel. As a Huda channel needs money for donations, go help the channel. You have a local organization, go help it. You want help an orphan, go ahead. Why orphan? Because you're protecting the child. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what did he say? If you sponsor an orphan, what's the reward? Huh? Who knows? أنا وكافل اليتيم كهاتين في الجنة. Me and the one who's sponsoring an orphan are just like that in Jannah. How close are these two fingers? You can't even see the line. That's how close you be from Rasulullah sallam, because you took care of a man or a woman in this dunya. May Allah make us amongst those who protect people. You want an action item that skyrockets you to awliya salihin, something that is unbelievable. You guys ready for this? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he told Umar ibn al-Khattab, Ya Umar, there's a man that is from Yemen, and when he comes, ask him to ask Allah to forgive you, Ya Umar. What? Umar is the second best person after the Prophet and after Abu Bakr Siddiq. He's amongst the people promised Jannah. You want him to ask a guy from Yemen who did not even see the Prophet to ask Allah to forgive Umar? The Prophet said, this man has something, a quality that Allah loves so much, which as a result gave him that status. That man, when the Prophet died, he did not go into the janazah. When the Prophet was alive, he'd never seen the Prophet. So that man is a tabi'i, not even a sahabi. What is it that he's done that gave him that level? Inshallah, we will let you know after that short break, inshallah. So be patient. So we'll see you shortly. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعطيني بس 2 minutes بس عشان Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much for joining back us again after that short break. I hope you're excited to know what was the reason that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told Umar al-Khattab to tell a person from Yemen who didn't even see the Prophet, who was not even a Sahabi, to him to ask Allah, to ask him to forgive Umar al-Khattab. Something unbelievable. Umar al-Khattab, what did he do? He loved the Prophet. He said, okay, I will. The Prophet passes away and dies. Every single time a Hajj group comes from Yemen, who is out there waiting for them? Umar al-Khattab. Where is he? Where is he? The Prophet told them his name is Uwais al-Qarni. Is amongst you Uwais? Amongst you Uwais? No response. No, he's not. Waits and waits and waits and waits for years. Is Uwais there? He never gave up because the Prophet told him to go, even if it doesn't make sense to him. Even if he's promised Jannah. You see, awliya salihin, as-sabiq bil khairat, you already promised Jannah. I want to go more. I want to go more. I want more. So he wait. Uwais al-Qarni is here. Then he said, yes, he is. Then Uwais al-Qarni comes. He says, please ask Allah to forgive me. Then Uwais al-Qarni wants to know what happened. You know what's the reason? Uwais al-Qarni, he knew about the Prophet ﷺ and he believed in him. But he wasn't able to come because he was taking care of his mother. Due to the care he gave to his mother, Allah put him at a level that is beyond our imagination. At a level where Umar asks him to ask Allah to forgive him. When you respect your mom and dad, Allah puts you at a level and gives you ni'am and fruits, wallahi al-azim, you've never imagined in your life. Those who are righteous to their parents, you know exactly how their life is. And those who are disrespectful to their parents, you know how horrible their life is. Wallahi al-azim, every person whom went to sleep and their parents are angry at him will never see a good life. Will never see a single moment of happiness in his life. Had they been angry for a legitimate reason, they will never be happy. Why? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that Allah's pleasure is connected with your parents' pleasure. It means if your parents are pleased, Allah is pleased. And if your parents are displeased, then your parents of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then will be displeased. Wallahi al-azim, a tear from your mother, one tear from your mother can be worse than an entire year of sins. One angry red face from your father can destroy your wilayah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the way to the bottom. Can jeopardize you going to Jannah. لا يدخل الجنة عاق. The one who is disrespectful to their parents, disobedient, not loving to their parents, will not go to Jannah. They might suffer in the grave and in Jahannam. And then maybe because La ilaha illallah that they said, then they might go to Jannah. Or unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills to forgive them. But you see how critical it is that both sides, you go to your parents, man, you bismillah, go, superhero. You don't, the extreme end. And I would like to share just a short example with you brothers. Just, wallahi, just something I learned from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I failed many times. And if I tell you a story that I succeeded in, just for the sake of lessons. In my house we had two cars. One that is a Neon, a very, very old vehicle, and an Impala 2002. The Neon was about like 94 or 99, and it's very old and small and not working properly. I owned the Impala, my mom owned the Neon. What happened is my mom's vehicle, the Neon, the air condition wasn't working anymore. And I was learning about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, respecting parents, and to be honest, I wasn't the best, and I'm still not the best, and none of us will ever fulfill our parents' rights. Never in your life. Don't fool yourself, don't fool anyone. So I told my mom, you know what? I will take the Neon from you, you take the Impala, the Chevrolet. She said, no, you don't, don't worry about it. So I drive a lot more than my mom because I go to work, I go to school. I actually did work, school, and then weekend work. So I was all over the place, and I was sweating and sweating. I would go to work like, man, don't you have air conditioning in your car? I'm like, no. But I believed that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would do something. What happened? A man comes to me with a great, great car. He said, I have an awesome deal for you. I'm like, what's the deal? Such and such vehicle. I'm like, oh bro, I can't afford this. He's like, this car, there's a price tag for it that you won't even believe. What's the price tag? Such and such. I'm like, that's it? He's like, yeah. Give me that Neon, whatever. You sell it to someone else, and then the difference, pay it. And then I told my mom, subhanAllah, we actually cried. At how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so merciful to those who are merciful to their parents. I'm telling you one moment, I failed many times with my mom. But one moment, look what happened. Just a car. So then I went and I bought the car. Now my friends and so on, like, mashallah, what got you this car? Wallah, you know what got me this car? Is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He willed. That that's why I see it. Due to that switch in the cars that we've done, Allah changed my whole future. With vehicles at least. Then what about those who are do it on a daily basis? What about you if you do it on a daily basis? What if you make your mom number one when she is supposed to be? Number one priority for awliya Allah salihin in this dunya is mom and dad. Your mom, you're drinking water. Your mom tells you, can you please give me something from the couch? If you truly want that level, don't finish the cup. Don't finish it, don't finish it. Don't delay a split of a second. Split, don't put it down. Go. You want knowledge, you want ilm from sharia? You want future, you want success? Trust me, akhi. You can ask your mom. Maybe your mom says, you know what, Habibi, finish the cup. Wallahi, most likely she will say that. She says, no, I'll wait. At least you show Allah that I tried. So you put like Habibi, no, khalas, finish the cup of water. Then that many times it happens due to the mercy that they have, subhanAllah. So get close to your mom and dad as much as possible. And wallah, Allah will give you services that you've never imagined in your life. When you become al-wali, and I forgot to mention this under giving you victory, a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah declares war on two times. One in the Quran and one in the Sunnah. One in the Quran for those that deal with riba, excellent, riba, interest, usury, and so on. Allah says, فَأْذَنُوا بِحَرْبٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. Then Allah declares war. The only time in the Quran. That's how serious riba is. The other time, where? In the hadith. Man aada li waliya. Whoever messes around with my wali. If you're amongst Allah's awliya, whoever messes around with my wali, فَقَدْ آذَنْتُهُ بِالْحَرْبِ. Then I will declare war on that person. How in the world would you feel when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is on your side, and no matter how many numbers are there, will you ever be scared when the people are scared? Will you ever not see when Allah is the nur as-samawat wal-ard? Will Allah not give you victory? Subhanallah. So things that we have to be very cautious about. Another thing for awliya salihin, you truly want to have that level, that VIP status. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, لا تصاحب إلا مؤمنا. Make your closest friend nothing but a believer. Yes, you can have neighbors like kuffar, Christians. We're not saying no, we're not saying that. But the closest one, that wilaya, Allah said that the wilaya is to Allah, to the Prophet, and to the believers. That close, super friendship, have it as a believer. Because they remind you, you miss Dhuhr, all Dhuhr time, Asr. Oh, sister, we're wearing her hijab and her neck is showing, for example. Her true friend says, oh, make sure you cover. Jazakallah khair. Is it clear? You do something that's haram. Like, oh, that's inappropriate. Don't backbite. Stop backbiting. So when you have people that encourage you, you go up to their level, right? No, be honest with yourself. When you walk beside a sheikh, or you walk beside a horrible person, what are the chances of cursing in front of the imam and in front of your horrible friend? Completely different, sah? You really watch out what you're saying and so on. So imagine if your level and your status changes because of the righteous friend that you have with. And those who belittle friendship, wallahi, they're fooling themselves. Because Rasulullah ﷺ told us how important it is to pick your right friends. Al-mar'u, what? Ala dini khalilih. You are upon your friend's religion. That's how close our friends are. And don't ever say, wallahi, if they smoke, I won't be affected. I'll hang out with them every day. Every day you hang out with them, so they're close to you. You shouldn't be that close to them. Wallahi, they backbite and I don't get affected. How can you not be affected? The one who backbites and the listener of the backbiting are also going to be asked, assuming they have no way out of it. So Rasulullah ﷺ said, you will be influenced, you will be influenced, you will be influenced. What's the proof? Rasulullah ﷺ, he said that the righteous friend is like who? Hamil al-misk. And the bad friend is like who? Nafiq al-kir, like the blacksmith. And the first one is like the one with selling cologne. So let's go into practical in our lifetime. Some people don't know it's a blacksmith. So the good friend, it's like the one who is selling what? Cologne, musk, and so on. And the other person, also a good job, but what is he doing? He's throwing the garbage and he works in the junkyard. So you see the difference in smell. The righteous friend, what will happen? Either the musk guy, he will either sell you the musk, or he will put some for you, like some atar. You want some atar? Or the least will happen is what? You will smell good, or you will smell beautiful smell, and then you will leave and people would notice that on you. Or the least is that you will smell something in the store. So you see the influence of levels? So either you'll be influenced this much, or that much, or this much. So you'll be influenced, you'll be influenced, you'll be influenced. Look at the other one, the bad friend. Either you will burn, because the blacksmith, and let's say in the garbage yard example, you have completely dirty, or the little influence is what? You will smell bad. So you'll be influenced, you'll be influenced, you'll be influenced. So that's a concept I want you to comprehend. Wallahi, be aware. Whenever you're around a group of people, say, what's the influence I'm going through? You are going through maybe 1%, 2%, but you want to be close to Allah al-Wali. You want Allah protection to the max. Watch who you're with. Have your closest friend as a believer as much as you can. So I'd like to thank you. I hope this was of benefit to you. I hope this, once you know, energetic, with Allah as-Shakur, want to do good. So all names put together, you see how beautiful it is? They're all connected, subhanAllah. May Allah make us apply every name in the way which He appreciates from us, in a way which He likes, and a way which pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Thank you for joining us. Barakallah feekum. I'd like to thank our audience that are watching. Jazakumullah khair. I will see you inshallah with the next episode with a new name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.